Now that's a pretty foolproof method that's going to be a lot cleaner than what the average plumber is going to do, but there's a couple key points that I want to cover so that you don't mess this up at home. For the caulking, I prefer to use DAP Dynaflex 230 Clear. It goes on white, but it dries nice and clear. It's not so clear that it's going to be shiny and wet looking. It just kind of goes away and it disappears. You can definitely use white if you have a white toilet. And of course you can use silicone. The reason why I like the Dynaflex 230, it's a bit cheaper, it's water cleanup, and it does an excellent job. If you need a caulking gun, I would go for a dripless model. When you let go of the trigger, it stops coming out. It can keep things a little bit neater. You don't need a gun. You can always just get one of the squeeze tubes as well. When it comes to cutting the tip on the end of the tube, you want to cut it on a decent angle. That's going to allow you to get into some tighter spots. You want a pretty good size on the end here, about 1/4 of an inch. Then with the tip, if I have a black marker, I will just put a nice line on the long point. That's just going to help you keep things going in the right direction. When it comes to the application, you can push, you can pull. The only thing you want to avoid is having any gaps. Just go over any spots that you might have missed. You don't need to worry about caulking around the back of the toilet. The main purpose of the caulking is to glue the toilet in place so that it doesn't shift around and break the wax seal, causing a leak. It's also going to keep any of the fluidy stuff that's going to run down the toilet and then go underneath, which you will definitely see if you remove a toilet that hasn't been caulked. Now, once you lay down that bead all the way around the front and the sides of the toilet, you don't have to, but I like to put some soapy water on that bead. You don't necessarily need it, but it sure helps from making a huge mess where you end up with smudges. And then the biggest secret here is use one of these little silicone profiling tools. I would avoid any of the cheap versions. Get yourself the original Kramer. It comes in a kit. I will link it in the description. This is just the best way to do this job. Just take the 90 here, pull it towards yourself with the flat edge. That's just going to clean it up beautifully. Wipe it off with some paper towel as it builds up. You can go back, put it on a bit of an angle, and really just clean off the toilet. And it also does an excellent job digging in and cleaning out the little grout groove areas. Once you've got that all cleaned up, you can wipe off some of the excess water with the paper towel. Just be careful not to hit the bead. If you hit the bead, you're going to hate yourself and make a bit of a mess. You might have to go over it a few more times. You can leave a bit of soap and water. It will evaporate and you'll be left with a perfect bead of caulking around your toilet. And if you want to see how to do perfect caulking when it comes to trim work, go ahead and check out this video right over here. Boom, roasted. All right.